Hope it does. No, because I'm not streaming. I think I'll be okay. Alrighty, folks. I'm live now. So if you guys, so those who are in my Discord right now, go ahead and check out my YouTube stream. I'd very much appreciate it. Welcome, folks. Welcome everybody to the Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms open spoiler discussion. And with me, I have my mod, Brandon. I have my friend from the community, Shipmaster. And then we have the one and only YouTuber, SonicHaXD, joining us today. And so we all just watched, me and my Discord all just watched Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. And I've tried to kind of like, it's been like 10 minutes since we watched it. And I've been trying to like pause my thoughts, hold up my thoughts, because I wanted to save it for this open spoiler discussion, because there's a lot to talk about. Because, whoa, do things happen in this movie? Whoa, is there so much that happens in this movie? There's a lot, and we're gonna be talking about that. So what we're gonna be doing today in today's live stream is that me, SonicHaXD, my friend, my mod on my Discord, and my friend from the community, Shipmaster, we're all gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about the things we like, things we didn't like, things that happened in the movie, and it's all open spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, do not click off the stream, or if you're watching this on the video playback, click off this video. So for the first thing I have to say, I guess. All right, finally, my thoughts, my 100% thoughts. The first thing I have to say is I understand where people are coming from. I understand the turnoff in terms of like the plot points. Do I think the word, thank you.
Always glad to be here.
Thank you, Austin, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. So the first thing is, do I understand where people are coming from when they say this movie is quote unquote a mess? I understand it, but I don't believe the word a mess is the appropriate word. I think overblown is the right word, or unnecessary is the right word, because I'm just going to skip the straight up big elephant in the room first, though. I do believe that the one being ending, or the one being plot point with Shinnok and all that kind of stuff, I think that was unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. That's like a huge plot point. That's a huge plot element of the movie, or of the Mortal Kombat universe. And to blow your load in the second movie, to have that just finished in the second movie, in the MK2 era, I think is just like, that's just unnecessary. Because like, how do you top this in a sequel? Because like in a sequel, how the fuck are you gonna top reality almost coming together and the one being taking over, and then boom, reality is no more? Like, how do you top that? I have ideas for that, actually. I feel like there are tools there, because in the movie there are tools there. There are tools there in the movie. But I still think that the one being ending, or the one being plot element, the Shinnok plot element, was not necessary. I think I need to get that elephant out of the room. I did not like that. I just did not like it. The thing is, though, the fight and all that kind of stuff, that was cool. Like, I really liked like the fight scene. I really liked that. Like, take it away from context, just look at it like that, I think is cool. But in terms of like putting that into this story, I don't think was very, very necessary. So yeah, it's I'll just get that out of the way. That's the one thing I really, really don't like. And we'll talk. There's other things I have to talk about, that I have to say in the movie, but that's like the biggest thing I don't like. I just straight up I feel like that was just very unnecessary. But if anybody else wants to chime in, go ahead and chime in.
I think one thing, I just saw some people in chat saying that like it's a mediocre movie. Mm-hmm. I think it's nothing. It is not. At least the tone of the whole movie is not like mediocre. At least that's how I feel. I feel like a lot of stuff happen, and I feel like that kind of a feeling of like whoa kind of a thing is throughout the movie. It's just so much action, so much stuff, and really it is a lot of stuff happening. Like
I know I'm not gonna deny the pacing in this movie is very off-putting.
You mentioned the word not messy. I actually think the word cramped maybe is a good word, because I felt like a lot of things were speed run. At least it's like, okay, we gotta speed run this. We gotta speed run this plot. We gotta speed run this relationship. Go.
Yeah.
Kind of a feeling.
Yeah. So, go ahead if anybody want to. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with the pacing of the film would be one of the biggest flaws, I'd say, because with the amount of content they're trying to show, of course, like, you know, the first fights in the tournament a little bit more rushed in order to get things a little bit more juicier, but with things like that, when it's only like 110 minutes, how much can you put in? And that's why everything was more cramped, like you said earlier. And for whatever reason, I mean, I think that's what was the same issue too with the 21 film, right, where everything was just kept going on and on without any development. I guess obviously everyone's gonna have like their opinions by saying like for whatever reason they want to feel like about the film. But overall, I think they kept it true by pushing the whole chosen one plot for Liu Kang. But I think for what the whole for the whole ending of it too, I think they were probably pushing it with where they said like, okay, maybe they might not know if they're going to continue on with the whole sequel itself. That's why they went guns blazing at the end, but they didn't really execute it as necessary, I would say.
One thing you mentioned about 2021, I feel like that movie definitely has a lot of stuff going on too. However, at least in this one, Battle of the Realms, a lot of things going on is a lot of fan service. It's a lot of like stuff they want to establish in the games and the movie as fast as possible and stuff like that.
Yeah,
at least I like that a little bit more than 2021.
I had my mic muted, so like what I was trying to say is, what I was trying to say is, from what I understanding, my friend asked the producer of the movie why they put in the Kamidogu element and cool. In the movie, and what the producer said was they had no idea. They didn't know if they were gonna get the opportunity to. They didn't know if they were gonna get the opportunity to get a third movie. So they kind of just did as much as they really could, as much as they wanted to do, and have been like kind of like foaming at the mouth to do, but like can't really do because they have a fear of not being able to do it in the third movie or fourth movie or something like that. So I feel like the reason why that is the reason why that the one being in the Shinnok element and the Kamidogu element is there, which honestly, like I understand that, but like it's like I really feel like WB not giving these writers room to breathe, having them get that into their minds, like really messed up their writing and all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, honest to God, the tournament, especially the second round, the second part of the tournament, I thought was like very well paced and just it was totally fine. That was totally okay and totally well paced. It was the beginning part that was whoa, this is happening really fucking quick. Like, oh shit, okay. Yeah, when I saw it for the first time, I was like, ooh, don't do that. That's a little too fast for me. But like honest to God, all they really needed to do in the first round is like give 2 more minutes of like fleshing out the fights. If the first round of the tournament was at the same pace as the second round, I don't really think that'd be much of an issue, because I think overall the tournament is like an 8 out of 10. I honestly think the MK2 tournament plot is done pretty well. I think it's totally fine. It's just the first part, the first round where it was just speed running this shit that put me off, and I really wish that really all I needed was just 2 more minutes of fleshed out fights. That's it. And I'm a little confused with myself and my thoughts.
The Jade fight.
Yeah, I'm a little confused with my thoughts and my feelings on that, because like if if that's one of your biggest problems of the movie, but it has such a simple fix, is it really that big of a deal? It feels like a bit of a big deal because it felt off-putting when you watched it, but at the same time the solution is so simple. So like, is it really a big deal? And it's such a confusing question that I have in my mind that I really don't know how I feel about it. But like, honestly, that's all I really have to. No, that's all I really have to say. But like, that's what I have to say about like the MK2 tournament part and the pacing and all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, like, the pacing is just really, I think it really, to me, comes from the MK2 part. Because I feel like although the Shinnok and the Kamidogu plot and the One Beam plot, or that's all one plot. So with that plot, the subplot, I guess, or the end, whatever it is, it's overblown. The overblown plot of the movie. It has a beginning, middle, and end. So I don't think it's a mess per se. Like we know, like we established what's happening in the beginning with this plot. There's a middle and there's an end. It was just overblown. It was just done way too early. Like we shouldn't have done that. I think everybody here can agree that the pacing was off, and then the One Being and the Shinnok part, or the One Being plot shouldn't have been in the movie. That should have been saved. I think that's I think we can all agree with that. Twitch chat and Discord chat, because I'm also talking to the Discord so people can hear me on Discord and all that kind of stuff. I think we can all agree that plot element shouldn't have been in the movie.
I think
I'm kind of curious though, because you said, yeah, I agree that the One Being was just like so out there. Like, okay, we're going there.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of interested to know if anybody did like that part, because that's what I'm interested in.
It was
knowing.
enjoyable to watch. It was cool. The kaiju shit was
kaiju
cool.
Fight.
It was a kaiju fight.
Not expecting that. I was like, "Oh, is this gonna be a kaiju fight?" And then
we got a freaking
Liu Kang
kaiju
turns
up
into a
with this
dragon.
shit.
And when he starts turning into a dragon, I'm like, "Oh no, annihilation all over again."
Well, look, Liu Kang has been turning into a dragon since MK2. Come on, that was like
yeah, but I meant like a physical. Well, okay, I like you said, Chinese dragons. I'm like, that's.
And
I like that.
I really liked it. I really like how he was a green dragon. He didn't have fucking wings. Cause I'm so fucking tired of the new games putting wings on Liu Kang because it's so mythologically inaccurate. Like, Chinese dragons do not have fucking wings, for the love of God. Like, you can totally tell white people made the movie. I mean, made the game. So yeah,
it is because in the original game they did it. I'm pretty sure that's why.
No, wait, no, he didn't have any wings in the original games.
Oh, what? Oh,
no.
And maybe Annihilation is to blame then.
Yeah, it was Annihilation. It was literally Annihilation.
It's Annihilation to blame.
But
I think, for me,
go ahead.
I think for the whole tournament fights and everything, I think like if it's really weird how like they even like just let the fighters, when they just get beaten, where they just kind of like, okay, you're done. You're disqualified or whatever. But like in a tournament setting where it's literally supposed to be like a fight to the death, right? It seemed like it's only selective, where it's like, okay, well, you can finish him or you can finish her, kind of deal. So it's like if it's like a fight for the tournament where it's a high stakes kind of thing, and you only get to see certain characters just to only get fight once or not at all, right?
Yeah. And
like you see Devorah get to fight twice. Kung Lao only got to fight like once, if I remember correctly.
He got a cool fight scene in the beginning. So
in the beginning, they wanted to showcase him a little more.
Yeah. I think I might have missed that. But so then it's like only a few people who were able to be saved clearly, and only were able selected to be killed or whatever, just for the plot. So I thought it was kind of weird.
I agree and disagree to a point, because like I disagree because like. I think it's kind of at least in MK9 I remember that scene when Johnny was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill them." And it's like, "Oh, okay, sure, let's keep going." So I'm just thinking like it definitely is dependent on like a fighter kind of a thing. But I do agree, because certain characters, I think they got away a little too easily, because like Shao Khan just didn't care about Sonya dying. Like he beat him up, and then Johnny walked up to him and he's like, I'm not gonna kill them off." But I felt like that was much more because like we can't kill these guys off, or else that'll make the audience too sad or angry. I feel like that was a little bit too. They're not killing them off, not because Shao Kahn didn't want to, but because we're not doing that for the audience.
As far as this is the first time I've fully seen this movie, I'd say that there are things that I liked and things that I think could have been handled better. I think pretty much everyone in this Discord can agree. It's not the pacing was a bit fast sometimes, a little too quick, and the Shinnok and One Being plot is a bit too that wasn't really needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I think we're all a little bit in agreement here, a little bit more. Yeah, sorry, I knew my mic was muted. Sorry about that. Fuck, I keep. The thing is though, is that like, okay. So I know a lot of people are gonna say like some of these characters were wasted. I don't know if I agree, because I know a lot of like Twitter is gonna have a fucking field day.
I agree on Kung Lao though.
Yeah, okay, that I will say that was disappointing.
Kung Lao, yeah.
Kung Lao dying is, but like to me, I'm just like, I'm so used to Kung Lao eating shit since like, and it's been the case since Deception, or like if you want to argue MK3 because he quote unquote died there. So I would say Deception, because Kung Lao's been eating shit since Deception, and I'm a little used to it. I don't necessarily like seeing that, but like it is a little problematic that the Redacted movie had a better Kung Lao showing than this movie. Maybe than this movie. I don't actually. You know what? I don't know if I'll go. Well, okay. I don't. Oh, I said something and I was like, oh wait, hold on a second. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Because like Kung Lao did really cool things in the beginning of the movie.
How was Kung Lao and Liu Kang's relationship in this movie?
I think we talked over the part of the one time they actually did talk. So I don't know. I feel like,
did they speak? I don't think they actually had one single
I don't remember.
conversation.
I think
Liu Kang was sad as heck, but like
I think they. I swear to God, they talked at least once. I swear to God, they
like
did.
In the battle.
Yeah. So to me, okay, back to the characters wasted thing. I know Twitter's gonna have a field day with 3D era fans and let's say the Rabid fans are gonna have a field day with Jade not doing anything and Reiko not doing anything. The thing is that those characters and Lee Mei as well. Yeah, and Lee Mei. To me, I don't. Yeah, I was just happy that he showed up. I was happy that he showed up, and he did more than he did in MK9. Better than MK9. Better than MK9. Better than MK9. They didn't talk. I swear to God, they did. I might be speaking out my ass.
Like a hey.
Yeah, something like that. I don't even know what it is.
Not having any sort of dialogue interaction.
Yeah,
it's
not.
The relationship was still clear. The relationship was still clear.
Yeah. But like, okay, what I was saying is that Jade does not do anything in the actual MK2 story. So technically, they are being accurate to the story by having Jade not be that involved with the MK2 story. Reiko also is not really involved in the MK2. And in fact, he's dead in the MK2 story. So they didn't, and Lee Mei has nothing to do with the MK2 story either. And they didn't really do anything. They were there for the fights. And it's not like they didn't put up a good fight. Like, the fights were actually pretty good with them. Like, the Reiko and Raiden fight, I thought was pretty good. It was fast, but I thought it was pretty good. I think that was okay. The Jade fight was pretty fast with Liu Kang. That one was fast. But the Lee Mei versus Sonya one, it was fast, but hey, they put up a good fight and all that kind of stuff. It was okay. It really, like, Jade and Lee Mei and Reiko don't really belong in an MK2 story. So the fact that they didn't really waste time on them is not really an issue to me, because like they're clearly alive. By the way, guys, don't think that they're dead. They're not, because the movie made it explicitly clear on who died and who didn't. We know who died and who didn't. Lee Mei, Reiko, and Jade did not die. They did not die. They were just eliminated from the tournament.
Well, that's also, but if you that one part where Shao Khan quote unquote dies, and that one shot of Shang calling Katana traitor, you can see Reiko and Jade behind him.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I didn't know.
I totally forgot that. There we go. They're not fucking dead. They're not fucking
Anyways,
dead.
Brusk.
Yeah.
I'm about to end your whole career with one thing.
Uh-oh.
So you're okay with Lee
here we go,
May,
here we go, here we
Reiko,
go.
because in the original lore they weren't that much. But are you okay with Devora beating Johnny Cage? Are you okay with Devora being one of the only ones out of all of them to win a match?
It honestly doesn't really feel like it honestly doesn't really feel like that was that big of a deal, because like at least Devora paid for it. Like if this was NetherRealm and she got away with it like she always does, like when she kills Hanzo and she kills Melina and she gets away with it in the NetherRealm games, she didn't get away with it in this time. She didn't get away with it. She got her ass beat, so I'm okay with it.
But I am just saying, like, compared to all the other Outward characters, she did win one.
Well,
she did take a W.
Well, she did take a W, and so did Katana. She technically won the fight with Raiden. Technically.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Katana got buffed.
Katana got a fight. Katana won a fight. What was it?
The second fight was basically Shang Tsung and Shao Kahn carrying everyone's ass.
Well, Shang Tsung also won too. Shang Tsung won against Stryker. Hey, Stryker won a fight. Stryker won a fight. So like if Baraka was eliminated,
that's right, Baraka.
He was fighting Baraka. So if Baraka wasn't
totally
there,
forgot about Baraka.
Yeah. So like I'm okay with like Jade and Reiko not getting that much screen and Lee May not getting that much screen time because they didn't ruin the characters. Like there's nothing about them like as that's on the same level as like Reiko from the Redacted movie. I don't think it really ruins any character. Unless is there like a ruined character?
I would say like definitely not utilized to the fullest, but definitely not like ruined, like you're saying. Yeah.
Because
I mean, what Bruss said before about how he has no problem with characters that weren't technically in MK2 not having that much of a what's the word?
Boy.
Not having much of presence, but at the same time, it's like if you have them there, you should use them. But like at the same time, there's no fucking Reiko redacted. Like no, it's for the most part he was just Reiko and.
Yeah, because like to me, like they clearly saved them for like maybe a possible third movie and all that kind of stuff. Like those characters are alive.
Oh yeah.
So like if we were to get more Jade stuff, it would be in an MK3-ish movie, and that's where Jade actually really gets to do her shit, is in an MK3 story. So if they're saving her for a third movie, I think I'm totally fine with that. And if they want to save Reiko for that as well, that's totally fine. Like I don't really mind. I really don't mind it. Like I really don't think it's that big of an issue. And I know there are motherfuckers who are making it a bigger issue than it really needs to be. Cause like they don't ruin the characters if they're not really like characters in the movie. Like Lee May, I don't think was like. I really don't think Lee May was done like dirty or anything. She just lost a fight. It's not like she put up a bad fight or anything. It's not like she got her ass beat like all the time. So
would have been a joke death.
Well, yeah,
Michael
it's not
from
like I'm
Discord
looking back
BTW.
on this movie and any character and thinking to myself, "Oh my god, I can't believe they did that with the character." Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not like a Reiko redacted moment. I don't think any. I really don't think there are any moments.
Not
of
as
that,
bad as 20 Redacted. Yeah. But I actually feel like I have to think about that for a bit because again, there's a lot of characters. I feel I wasn't too affected by the first Outworld characters just getting blop blop blop, just getting like chopped off. But I can kind of understand if you're a fan of those characters that you would be a little disappointed. You wanted to see some Jade action. 10 seconds and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I understand it 100%. It's just that it doesn't really ruin the movie because them the way they are in the movie doesn't really hurt the movie. It's just that the pacing of it's not the characters, it's the pacing. And so because again, if we got like just 2 minutes in the first round of the tournament, just two. I feel like this would be just a little bit of a better movie, because that's where I really felt the pacing. That's where it started to feel really fast, because like the first 15 minutes of the movie, the Lin Kuei stuff. And by the way, we need to get to the things that we like. Because I really want to talk about the things that we like, because there's a lot of things that I like. But like the first 15 minutes of the movie is very paced very well, and I actually really like the beginning part of the movie. Yeah, so
it's a fun battle.
Yeah. Guys, Stryker dying. Come on, you guys. I think we expected that. Come on. Oh yeah, the credits
Stryker
are so
fans,
bad
yo.
though. We'll talk about the credits. The credits like seem like they were outsourced by people who don't know anything about Mortal Kombat.
Oh really? I actually have to check that out then.
Yeah, they're so fucked. There's like Louis King, yeah. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this, thank you everybody who's tuning into the stream. If you're enjoying it, make sure you drop a big thumbs up. We're almost at 100 likes, so let's try to get as many likes as we can. The more likes that happens, the more it's going to be recommended in people's feed. So yeah. Anyways, if anybody else wants to chime in on this kind of subject, go ahead and chime
Positives,
in.
right? I
guess talk about the pacing, if you guys want to talk about the pacing or like the negatives you guys have about the movie, things that off-put you, go ahead and chime in. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I will actually say I especially liked the fighting with everything with the Lin Kuei. The fighting parts of those are pretty cool. The cyborg stuff and like Scorpion, Sub-Zero combos and stuff like that. I think that's not too bad fighting wise.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime
in? I think for me, I like how they kind of showed Liu Kang's origins of like his parents.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Try to transition that for like for what happened to Raiden and everything, to kind of show that more of a very intimate relationship. How much of that it is.
Yeah, and I feel like the Raiden. We'll get into the things that we like, but I'll just say that I really like the Raiden and Liu Kang relationship. It's really cool.
I liked Raiden more in this movie. Yeah, I think I liked human, like adapting to human kind of Raiden. I think that was not too bad.
Yeah, I think it was. I really liked it.
Yeah, it's for a lot of characters that, maybe I'll look back to and think, oh, they were just there and that's it. There's also like Liu, Raiden, Shao Khan, those are characters I'm going to look back at and go, this movie really did them well, I think.
Oh yeah, I really like the way they did Shao Khan. I guess another point is that there are so many cool things that happened in this movie. There are so many things that I liked in this movie, and this will be a jumping point to where we talk about like the things that I liked. There are so many things that I liked in this movie, but I didn't have time to think about how I liked them, and neither did the characters. Again, I'm not ignoring how pacing and off-putting the movie is. I understand it 100%. But like the characters didn't have time to really reflect on what happened and all that kind of stuff. I really like what happened, but I didn't have time to reflect on that and to react to that, and neither did the characters. And I feel like that's a big flaw of the movie. And I really wish, honestly, like if we had like 10 minutes more, maybe 15 more minutes, I think this would have been a little bit better. I really do also, but I still think the entire Shinnok plot was unnecessary. No matter the pacing.
I'm gonna say something controversial here.
Uh-oh.
You say add 10, 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
I think they should need an hour.
Yeah, an hour would have been better.
I actually feel like
the thing is,
I feel like an hour.
Hold on. In my ideal Battle of the Realms movie, the entire kaiju fight wouldn't have happened.
And 15 minutes is fine.
Then 15 minutes. Yeah, that's why. Then 15 minutes is fine. Yeah.
Fine.
If you wanted to keep the kaiju shit, then an hour. Yeah, sure. Okay, I understand. But like to me, if I want to, I would cut that out and I put like 15 more minutes into the movie. So yeah.
Well, with me, it's like, I do some reworking and just say like, okay, the Shinnok stuff goes out of the way and the one being thing goes out of the way, and then there's
a problem though. If the Shinnok stuff is out of the way, then the Scorpion Sub-Zero subplot is out of the way too. That whole subplot is because of Shinnok.
No, that started in 2. The Scorpion and Sub-Zero made up as friends in MK2.
Oh, I mean, this movie at least, though. In this movie.
Well, yeah,
This
but
movie
like,
is like,
yeah, but like the fact that the fact that the Scorpion and Sub-Zero made up and were teamed up in this movie is actually very accurate to MK2 because that happened. So like yeah, that happened. And so like they're getting to the point that like Scorpion and Sub-Zero teaming up is better than the rivalry. I think everybody agrees that them being together as friends is way better than just them butting heads all the fucking time. And I like how they just got straight to the point to that shit.
I gotta say though, Sub and Scorpion's bromance in this film was really hard. It was really hard. They were going. It was like so many moments. I was just said, bro.
They should have made out at the very end. They should have made out at the very end. They should have made out. Yeah.
I will never forgive you, but I'll save you 3 to 4 times, bro.
When
bro.
Sonya kissed Johnny at the end, like dude, like Scorpion and Sub-Zero should have just made out at the very end too. Like fuck it, you should have done it.
It was okay. I wish they did this more with Sub-Zero and Smoke, but you only got a little bit. But they did it hard with Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Well, with what? With what?
I meant like Sub-Zero and Smoke. I wish they had a little bit more because it was pretty fast for them too.
I think it was fine. You had one scene of them sparring. You had one scene of them fighting.
Sub-Zero calling him brother.
Calling him brother. Honestly, that's all you really need, in my honest opinion. I mean, I understand just learning just a little bit more, but honestly, you got the main points out of the way. You got the main points, and you nailed those points. So, like, them sparring, them talking about stuff, Smoke and Sub-Zero, Smoke telling, hyping up Sub-Zero, like, you are ready for this, Kuai Liang. Like, you are as powerful as your brother, or you are ready to be Sub-Zero and all that kind of stuff. Like, Smoke having that conversation, Smoke, and then the movie establishing the friendship between Smoke and Sub-Zero, and then them trying to escape the Cyberlink Kuei together, was done very, very well. I really, really liked it.
I actually just thought about some. Oh, you go.
Well, also the thing is that the Scorpion and Sub-Zero storyline, that kind of is sort of reliant on the Shinnok one being plot. But what I do is I just rewrite it in a way that somehow Kuai Liang goes to the tournament again. Send them there, and like maybe you could also explain why Bihan was there, like in the SR during the tournament, and then you go, now you like, I don't know, just like something like, oh, he was actually there to kill Shang, but he died, so Kuai Liang, you're Sub-Zero now, you go kill Shang in the tournament, and then Scorpion, maybe somehow he finds his way in the tournament, and then he can make up with Sub-Zero.
Well, actually, when Raiden was talking with Scorpion, I thought he was going to go into the tournament there. I was just like, why not? You're a good guy now. Just follow us. I actually have to say that I really wish they explained a little bit more about Bihan, or, in fact, made us care a little bit more, because Kuai Liang was all like, you killed my brother, and he's like crying and stuff like that, but I'm just like, okay, how was Bihan as a person? Why would I want to sympathize with Kuai Liang because of Bihan's death and stuff like that? I sympathize more with Kuai Liang because we see Smoke turn into a cyborg and stuff like that. Just, I wish there was more Bihan.
Yeah,
I think.
Go ahead.
They were kind of like sneaking in a little bit of some of the Mortal Kombat 3's subplots, because like the whole Sub-Zero and Smoke running away took place basically in like during MK2, but also into MK3. And then like it's like kind of weird for me because like yes, 2 is supposed to be like the main focus, and then they kind of added a little bit of MK3, and then they just like
and Deception.
Yeah, and then some Deception and everything. So it's like okay, it's like you said, like with the whole Bihan situation, I think they only just threw that in for Kuai Liang because it's it's like it's his brother, right? Like despite whatever it is, it's like that's just his brother. That's his relationship with him. Like you killed my brother. Like I want to know why. Or actually, he's not gonna be like, oh, why did you kill my brother? It's gonna be more like you're the person that killed my brother. I'm gonna kill you,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I get it. It's just to me, one of the biggest flaws of the original actual MK2 story, is the fact that like, I don't mind Scorpion going off in his own subplot and all that kind of stuff because like, why the fuck is Scorpion at the MK2's tournament in the original story? There is no reason for him to be there, not at all.
There kind of is.
Actually, in the
wasn't
lore,
he still working with Quan Chi?
no,
No.
in the lore,
Is
lore,
he's
you can go ahead.
yeah. So what happens, or at least explains in his bios, is that he's back in hell, and he finds out somehow that there's a guy in the tournament running around as Sub-Zero, and he thinks, well, that's fucking lie. I killed him. And that's why he goes to the tournament.
Yeah, but like the thing is that like why you don't really need Scorpion because that feels like its own subplot. That's its own subplot, and it doesn't really affect the MK2 like actual tournament. He doesn't really need to be in the tournament for that. So the fact that they didn't waste any time with him being in the tournament, I think, is actually a lot better and is a lot better for. It's an improvement over the original timeline for me.
I have to think about that.
Well, the thing, yeah, again, like Scorpion doesn't really need to be involved in the tournament to get after, because Scorpion joins the tournament in 2 because he's like, wait, hold on a second. There's a Sub-Zero going in this tournament. I killed him. Let me check this out. And then he saw Kuai Liang spare an opponent, and that's how he knew that wasn't Bi-Han. And that's basically, and then they made up, and then they're friends. And then Scorpion, and then Scorpion ends up being friends with Kuai Liang in MK2. It's really like super like it feels like Scorpion's like role in the tournament. He doesn't need to be involved in the tournament. That feels like it can be disconnected from something else. It really does. It can be its own subplot. And that's why I like the Scorpion and Sub-Zero subplot. I think it's better. I think it's better this way.
Yeah, I have to think about it, I guess.
Yeah, they kissed and made up. They kissed and made up. They kissed and made up.
Yeah, if they kissed, I would have given this 10 out of 10. Finally, they're going there.
Yeah, but okay. Do we want to talk about some of the things that we liked? I know you want to save your thoughts for your review, Sonic. But
I'm actually holding back like a ton right now. I have. Yeah, but I can give some. I feel like.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and start. Yeah.
What was I? Oh, sure, I had something. You guys go. I'll have to think of it.
Well, yeah, I've already explained. I think some of the characters were done really well. There's a bunch of character moments that I really enjoyed. Raiden with Liu, Liu sparing Shang, Shao Khan, wrecking everybody. Purple Outworld.
Oh yeah, Purple Outworld. Yeah,
it does a lot of good. It does a lot of, the movie tries to do a lot of things, and I think because of that, there's plenty to enjoy. But there's also some things that, like we've mentioned before, we're not big fans of.
I'll say it like you mean it. Plenty we enjoyed. Plenty we also did not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that the negatives were at this MK movies at this point. To me, are like, okay, is there enough good for me to go, okay, I'm not gonna let the bad ruin it, or is there enough bad in it for me to go, okay, I'm gonna give it a bad just because I'm not gonna give it a pass just because there's this one thing I like, and that's why I like this movie. I like Scorpion's Revenge, and I don't like Redacted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was solid. And maybe my opinion will change in time. Maybe not.
Yeah, I actually think we need to chew on this a bit.
I think Sonic. I think you need to watch this a second. I needed to watch this a second time. This is my third time watching it.
I will.
I solidified my thoughts very, very much in the second time I watched it. So you probably will. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna make a bigger video for this. I
Okay.
feel like. Also, for sure, you know, the other video that we may or may not do, you know, just saying. Yeah. I will say one thing that this is more of like a funny thing, but like I feel like there's gonna be a lot of memes that I can come out from this movie, like so many funny expressions. Like, that I can think of the top of my head.
Fucking the Johnny expression when they were sleeping at the fortress. That shit was so fucking funny, dude. Holy shit.
Raiden talking to Scorpion, you know, it's like Raiden says something to Scorpion. I forgot what, but then Scorpion
He says,
like,
"I know you're there," and he just like,
oh yeah.
and then he's just like
I know you're
peeking,
there.
like.
I don't want to necessarily say these are like errors, but like they are pretty funny and I feel like I can catch a lot. Oh, I still love the one where like, oh, okay. I was legit just saying fuck this when Shao Khan just got killed by Katana. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
And even Shao Kahn was like, eh.
Yeah, I know. It was so
And he just
funny.
gets back
It was so funny seeing Shao
So
Kahn
out of
actually
nowhere.
like Shao Kahn actually played along with the death. Like he pretended to die. It was like like it was
Like,
so
what?
funny, dude. That was so good.
I
I
am
like
the
that.
queen.
I like that so much.
I am
Yeah.
the queen of Outworld now. MK11 plot, bringing him right here. I was like, what?
You said
Oh,
what?
that came out. I was so shocked about that. And then it was like, trick ya, aha, I got you guys.
I honestly thought that she would have like chopped off his head. That's it, but just stabbed him. Like
You should have went for that. That would have been so fucking funny.
Same mistake in MK11. She only blinded him.
So someone in my in my Discord chat says Shang is beating Liu, throws a curse on him, and then Liu suddenly kicks his ass. It's fucking Liu Kang, god damn it! Like, bro, do you not understand this motherfucker's chi power is so fucking powerful and strong? It's literally the fucking Ip Man shit where like it's it reminded me of the Ip Man the finale in 4. Where he was fucking fighting with one arm against that Marine. That reminded me so much of Hitman 4. That's so fucking good. Like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. Stop it. Please don't make it that big of a deal. Like, we know Liu Kang. Hold on a second. Since when was Liu Kang not powerful? Can we please stop saying that like Liu Kang is like this fucking like wimp ass motherfucker? Come on. Seriously.
Brusk, I don't want to bring this up, but he lost to Goro.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think that's why these people are saying this, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh, what that Shaolin monk human who's not able to defeat the fucking half human, half dragon monster that's
Shang throwing
2,000
dude,
years
like
old.
Shang basically just like disabled his arm. That's basically it's not like it's not like he has like fucking like 50% poisoning, like 2% damage taken over time or anything like that. It's literally just my broken arm and all that kind of stuff. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. Jesus
He's
Christ.
just trying to handicap him so he could win. That's it.
Yeah, and like again, like what are you gonna say? The Ip Man fight in Ip Man 4 was unrealistic? Like, dude, come on, man, come on, don't do that. Really, don't do that.
Definitely, like, I feel like, because like the unlocking part of Liu Kang, I feel like is also the reason why he's a lot stronger in this.
Oh yeah, like he
especially against Shao Kahn.
he found his archon. I mean his inner chi. Yeah, his inner chi.
He found his animality.
Yeah.
Animality. Literally, actually, especially
Feel
when
your
fighting the
animality.
1D.
Your animality. Your animality.
I will say that Shao Lu fight was
Oh, the fucking it was Dragon Ball Z at the very end. That was really cool.
Fun.
I really
was
like
fun.
that.
The movie could have ended right there. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah, to me, okay, so like to me, the way I would have fixed the Shinnok plot and all that kind of stuff in the subplot, honestly, when they got to the Kamidogu shit, all you really could have done was like have like Scorpion, he takes away the Kamidogu, like he spears it, throws it away or something like that, teleports it somewhere else, and then he's like, Kuai Liang, we need to go and defeat Shinnok. Like the Kamidogu is safe for now. Let's go and defeat Shinnok. So he stops this and all that, and they both team up to fight Shinnok, and they imprison him, and then Shinnok says like, I will be back someday, and all that kind of stuff. That's all you really needed to do. See, again, like these problems in the movie have such easy fixes that like, are they really that big of a deal if they're that easily fixed? It's such a confusing thought to me. And like it's such a confusing thought to me to a point where like I really don't know how to feel about it, but still like I said earlier in the stream and in this video, but like still like it's it's so weird because like honestly, that's all you could have really done. If you didn't want to do the Shinnok plot, if you didn't want to do the kaiju fight at the end of the movie, all you really could have done is like have like Scorpion teleport the Kamidogu away, go to Sub-Zero and say like it is gone, blah 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 blah, and then boom, they bite Shinnok. Shinnok gets imprisoned or something like that, gets defeated, and he says, "I'll be back one day," and all that kind of stuff. It's just that it literally could have been a lot better if it was just that simple.
Yeah. You do say like if it's easy cuts, but at the same time, that is still the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it is. Well, but you would have saved 20 minutes for like if you would have saved those 20 minutes for something else.
Character development and stuff.
Yeah, like extra scenes in the
Cut
tournament
more
or
lines
something
for
like that.
Kung-Lao.
Yeah, because like if the last 20 minutes of the movie you could that now that the plot point is ended, the last 20 minutes of the movie don't exist, and the last 20 minutes have to be put somewhere. So the last 20 minutes would be put into some like character development. Honestly, I think the movie would have been better. I really do think.
One slight thing that I feel like why they did that last 20 minutes is because they really, really wanted to connect the plot of the tournament and the Scorpion subplot. I think that's one of the reasons why they want to do that.
Yeah, 100%. You're totally right.
Because if it didn't do that, then it's like, oh, Scorpion and Sub-Zero aren't related to this whole story at all, something like that.
Yeah. That you're totally right, 100%. And also, again, like the producer of the movie, he said the reason why they did this stuff is because like they didn't know if they were gonna get a third movie, so they kind of wanted to do the balls to the wall shit that they can do, like as much as they really can. But I'm just like you just don't blow your load that fucking early.
Yeah, I want to say something about that, Brusk, that quote that you just said. Because I feel like that's a good point to make.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also the same thing that they said about the first movie. Because I feel like
the first movie doesn't. Well, yeah, but like, what were they saying that in response to? Because like they didn't like pull anything that was unnecessary. Well, no. The difference is that I don't believe Scorpion's revenge had anything that was unnecessary there. In terms of like plot elements or subplots or anything, there was nothing that was unnecessary. It's not like they had Shao Khan die in the first movie. It's not like they had Onaga in the first movie. So like, it's
true. The reason why they said that was definitely more because it was going to be super R-rated, and they were not sure if they could do this again. That's what I remember why they said that.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the plot. This has to do with the plot of the movie.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's a little different too.
Yeah. But anyways, I think we were talking about the things that we liked, and we kind of just talked about some of the problems of the movie.
It goes back and forth.
Yeah, Liu Kang pulled a Kenshiro of restoring his arm, also ripped the possibility of Noob Saibot showing. No, not necessarily. I feel like the black goo, that was intentional. The black shadowy effect when Shinnok was summoning the demons, I feel like that was intentional. I feel like that was a Noob Saibot tease. 100%.
Wasn't Noob Saibot created by Quan Chi anyways, and Quan Chi's dead?
Well, yeah, but you could have just said that Shinnok revived him while he was still alive.
No one's ever really gone.
Yeah, no one's ever. No, I feel like you could have just. I feel like you can easily write that into like Shinnok revives. Shinnok
Quan Chi comes
him.
back, just like Raiden.
But
because of the
Shinnok really gives a shit about
separating.
it.
Wait, what was that?
So that's if like Shinnok actually really gives a shit.
Well,
about,
like I feel like I have this person in the tournament and all that kind of stuff. This guy will be my servant and all that kind of stuff. Because like or something like that. You'll write something in. It'll work. It'll be fine.
Shinnok just like used the Lin Kuei and just like killed them too. So it's like, would he really revive Bihan if he was gonna kill Sector and them?
Well, to me, I feel like if I can have this guy on my side like forever, because this guy's already a bad guy. If you establish that, if you ever get the time to establish that that Bihan never really wanted to be in the Lin Kuei and all that kind of stuff, then I feel like that could be fine. Because again, like Bihan being in the Lin Kuei was kind of like he was just there because he felt like he was kind of like born into it, but he never really he was always already planning to leave the Lin Kuei in the original timeline, so it's not like he was like a true Lin Kuei guy or anything like that. So
I guess I'll compliment one more thing, and then I'll keep everything else to myself.
Okay.
I like the sets and the reference of the sets too. I feel like the sets were pretty fun in this movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot, especially as references and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ice Cave, the MK2 arena, and
They mixed
some
the
other things
MK2
too.
arena with the MK9 arena. That was pretty sick.
I'm not gonna lie, the ending part also kind of reminded me of Annihilation.
A little
When
bit,
the-
yeah,
you
a
know-
little
you
bit.
know what
a
I
little
mean?
bit, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, and they had mythologies
Outworld.
referenced in there with the Temple of the Elements and all that kind of stuff in the Fujin stage. Like that was really great. I really like those small little references. I really like them acknowledging mythologies or like bringing in elements of mythologies because honestly, like when the fuck did we ever get that shit? Like we never really get that. Like I think we got it like once in MK11. I think just once, like with the Fujin and Bihan line, the Fujin and Noob Saibot line in Aftermath. I think that's literally it.
yeah.
I think that's literally it. Unless there's something else that I'm forgetting in MK11. But it's been so long since we've got like real mythology stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta ask about this one though, because I'm really puzzled if you're gonna. Okay, I feel like with the amount of references and the amount of like fan service things like this is a Mortal Kombat. This is like geared towards Mortal Kombat fans.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel for normal people who just watch this?
I
movie?
feel like if they watch Scorpion's Revenge and watch this movie back to back, I think they'll be fine.
maybe, but I mean, like, you won't ask like, okay, what's Kamidogu? You got
Well, they explain
robots.
it. They explain it. They explain all of this shit.
They
I
explain
mean, I
it,
think
but
you're
at
kind of
the
right
same
there,
time-
Sonic. Because like, if I show this movie to my girlfriend, she's gonna ask me a lot of questions. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah,
hell is
that's-
this?
But that's why
How
I'm
is that?
saying. That's why I'm saying. I think you have to watch Scorpion's Revenge first, and then this movie, and I think they'll be okay.
But I, like a lot of these sort of things, I'm just like, okay, I know why this is happening. I know why, like, what they're saying, because I'm an MK fan and stuff like that. But like, especially like if you watch it only once, like I don't know if you'll catch all that. I feel like maybe it'll be a little too much.
People can't watch the movie twice.
I mean, some people can, but that's if they want to. They choose
That's
to.
the thing, though. Will they want to watch this
The
twice?
thing is
'Cause,
that like okay, like the Kamidogu, they explain what it is, and you really don't need to spend that much time explaining what Kamidogus are. I feel like
Look,
you
Yeah,
don't
but
need.
there's always those people.
Yeah,
Look,
they
if
explain
I-
what the one being is. There isn't that much you need to say, other than there isn't that much to say about the one being that hasn't already been said. That was number one. It's said in the movie, and two said in Scorpion's Revenge as well. So
Look, if I watched Redacted more than once, all right, then people can watch this movie twice.
yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. For those who are for not anyone in this chat, because I know everybody in my community hates the Redacted movie, but for those like on Twitter who are or not on Twitter, well, online, who defended the
Social
dog
media.
shit, who defended the dog shit Redacted movie and are shitting on this movie, where is the argument? Where's the argument of it's a different take, bro? Now, where is that now? I don't see you
Oh my
guys
gosh,
saying that
this is
shit
totally
anymore.
a different take,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't see you guys saying that shit anymore. Like, I wonder why you guys aren't saying that anymore. I
To be
wonder
fair,
why.
To be fair, it's only been 24 hours. Like this is really
That
fresh.
too.
Like,
And
and you haven't made a review and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. People were so quick to defend 2020. Redacted.
Oh yeah.
By
Oh, yeah,
saying
for sure.
it's just a different take, bro. But right here, ooh, they're a little quick to hate on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little quick to hate on this thing, and they ignored the fucking argument of like, well, different take. I'm just saying. I don't see that shit anymore. I wonder where that went. You guys were doing that shit for the Redacted movie. I don't know why you guys aren't doing it here. Maybe because Melina's not in the movie. I don't know.
I think I'll say this.
Yep.
I think I'll say this though. Like for me, in my part, right, for being as part of this community, I'm a little bit of the majority, but I'm not putting Redacted over on top of this movie itself. Because like I know, like, because as a movie
It's
goer,
not close.
yeah, it's not
Really.
even
I don't
close.
think
It's not close by a long. It's like, you know, not by, it's by a long shot for me. But I think for me, like, yeah, like I liked it, the film for what it was, right? It is what it is, and I enjoyed it for what it was, for what we were given. But that doesn't mean that I don't have, you know, some issues with the movies and everything, with the pacing and with Cole could have been just completely out, and it would have been okay without him. And
this movie does not have Arcana, and this movie does not have Cole Young. This movie is automatically better.
See, that's
There you
No
go.
matter what, no
There you
matter
go.
what. I'm sorry, but no matter what, MK Media doesn't have those things is better than the Redacted. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I'm not saying it's the movie Redacted is better than
I know.
the whole animated films. It was more of like, a part of the minority who does kind of like, yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm not saying like, oh well, it's just the new take kind of thing.
I
But people
want to
always say-
see how things go in like a week because I don't see people comparing this with 2021 that much yet. But
Oh no, I've seen it a lot.
compare
I've seen it a lot. I've seen people throw shit at me. Don't worry, I fucking see you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I see you, motherfuckers. I see you guys. No, I don't. I feel like the Shadow Man from fucking Black Ops 3. You guys probably don't know, but Shadow Man is like, I have been watching. I have seen each and every one of your misdeeds. I feel like the Shadow Man right now. I see you, motherfuckers. I see you guys fucking with your snappy ass fucking tweets and shit. I see it. I I really wish I didn't see it because I fucking hate that site. But anyways, let me talk about the things I like. So it doesn't seem like it's a little like okay. I really like the Lin Kuei. I don't know why IGN was saying that the Lin Kuei plot was. Okay, hold on. I really do not why. I really do not understand why IGN said that the Lin Kuei plot was rushed or crammed in there. How? Like all you really needed was what we got. What we got was Liu Kang. Kuai Liang and Smoke sparring, and they're talking about and they're establishing a friendship. They're called in. They're called in for a mission, and then they mention, "Hey, we've been working on the Cyber Lin Kuei. Here are Sector and Cyrax." That here in Sector and Cyrax, and then boom, then now they must comply, and they try to escape, and they escape, and then the robots are chasing them all the time. That's all you need. That's all that was in the original timeline. That was the Lin Kuei part in the movie was totally 100% almost exactly how I imagined that would play out in the original timeline. Now, if you wanted it to be a little extra, yeah, you show the transition. You show you show the Cyber Lin Kuei assembly stage and them getting fucked up and all that kind of stuff. All you really needed was what we got, though. That was really it, and I really liked it. The way they did the Lin Kuei and the Cybers were really, really good, and I really liked how they did Sector and Cyrax, and Smoke. I really like how they established Smoke as the actual robot with a real story, like a ongoing story and all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, Sector and Cyrax, they Sector doesn't move as a character. He's literally just, you must comply with the Lin Kuei, beep boop bop. And Cyrax nowadays has been stealing Smoke's story. So Cyrax doing the suicidal shit, Cyrax being Kuai Liang's best friend, that's Smoke's story. So why is he stealing? In these recent days, he's been stealing that shit. And now that they didn't do that, and they actually had Smoke be the one doing the shit that Cyrax has been doing in the games recently, I think is totally 100% awesome. That's really great. So, yeah, I really like the Lin Kuei. I really like the Cybers. I really thought it was done very, very well.
I think those fights were really. It's like they're a threat to Scorpion. The three of them just
they were
going
established.
ham on
They're like
him
fucking.
and stuff like that.
They were established as a real threat. Like they fucked up Smoke, and they could have beat Scorpion and all that kind of stuff. They could have beat Sub-Zero, but with the power of friendship.
I will say, complaint wise, I don't really like how they just killed off like that at the end. Sector and Cyrax, I mean.
Well, what
they got killed off pretty easily.
Well, the thing is that they can live from that. Come on. They can get new bodies. They can get new bodies. Their data can be transferred into another fucking. I
just thought about something.
That's totally it's fine. It's totally fine. No, Smoke escaped. Smoke didn't die.
We specifically don't see Smoke at that. Yeah, he's gone. I gotta ask though, have we seen the Grandmaster in the games before? or in an arcade ending or something like that.
They were just only mentioned.
We
Yeah, this might be like the first time we see
mythologies. Yeah,
There you go.
and they use the mythologies
So I
design
think
as well. They use the mythologies design for the Grandmaster.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I kind of
Yeah.
wish he fought just for fun. Just can you
Yeah.
do a little moves before you die?
Oh yeah, and Sector's ending as well. But
There you go. I was wondering.
to
if
me,
you've seen
to
it.
me, I'm like, when I saw Sector and Cyrax die, I'm just like, bro, they can get a new body. They can transfer their data somewhere else. It's totally fine. I really don't. That wasn't that bad. And honestly, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really like if they're actually dead. Then like, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to see them die in the first movie. But at the same time, they don't move as characters at all. At the story, you don't really need the Takunin in. You don't really need the Takunin clan, like, because like the only reason the Takunin clan exists is just to have Sector back on the roster, because like Sector does not move as a character, neither does Cyrax. All right, I know that neither does Cyrax, and honestly, I honestly like the
Another realm.
these characters don't move as characters, so like. I'm just saying, like, their data can be transferred into another body. I think it's totally fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But Sector does not move as a character. Now, there could be a case to be made for Cyrax. So, like, you know, he comes back to humanity, and then he comes and then he fights for good and all that kind of stuff. That could be something. But those characters really don't move, because again, like. Then you're just doing the Smoke story with Cyrax if you're going that far. And I'm glad Smoke is the one to explicitly live, because it seems like Smoke might move as a character, and that's totally in line with the original timeline. That's totally in line with the character.
Yeah. They forgot he's a robot in the NRS timeline.
Yeah, they gave his fucking story to fucking Cyrax, dude. Like, why the fuck is he stealing his fucking Cyrax shit? Yeah, and I also like their voices. Their voices are really good, very just deep and emotionless. I really liked it. Like, that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Place your hand on the wall. Like, it's scary, bro. Yeah. Cyrax doesn't get to move as a character because he's always and even in the new timeline, Cyrax doesn't get to move as a character because he keeps killing himself. Like, that's so out of character. Jesus Christ. Anyways, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it is kind of getting late over here, 4 a.m., and I feel like I should probably.
That's okay.
Probably get. But I guess I'll have one last opinion I'll share about this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take this with you will. Of course, I think this is a better movie than Redacted,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I like this more than Scorpion's Revenge.
Ooh, there we go.
Now, keep in mind though, my opinion of Scorpion's Revenge is not, so like, what does that mean and how I feel about like placement or score wise? We'll have to see when I make my review tomorrow or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I feel like I guess my mind is, I'm overwhelmed. That's the word I'll use. I'm very overwhelmed after watching that. It's like, whoa.
No, I mean, look, I totally agree with you. Again, none of us here are denying. Everybody in this chat, everybody in both the Discord and on my YouTube chat right here, I think it totally agrees that the pacing in this movie is a flaw of the movie. I am not denying that, and I think that's totally fair to put out there.
Somebody donated money.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Bihan Cold also moved with the redemption arc. JK. Oh yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck you. Fuck yeah. I know he's joking.
That's what I meant.
He's joking. But yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Thanks for hosting this.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for joining, dude. I appreciate it.
Hand cold also moved.
And I guess I'll see you at What If episode 4.
Yeah. What if episode 4? That might be a little. That might be moved. You'll know when I put it on my Discord notifications. Yeah. Sure. By the way, guys, for those who are watching, on YouTube, I on my Discord I do watch parties of What If, Marvel's What If. So if you guys want to join in on that, go ahead and join my Discord. I really appreciate it. Link is down below.
All right, you guys have fun discussing. See you later, Brooks Poet.
Alrighty.
And see you later, Bruskies. I don't know if that's a good way to put it.
No, I don't have a name for my. I don't have a name for my community.
Bruskies.
Stay frosty, Bruskies.
Stay frosty. Alrighty, dude. We'll see you.
All right, see you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Right. So I think would this opportunity now be for the other community members to voice what they like? And dislike now?
Should we now go in on the? By the way, everybody, thank you for 100 likes. I really appreciate it. Remind me again. Remind me who is comfortable with them coming on stream and talking. Press 1 in the chat if you are comfortable with that.
Hey, by the way, I should probably head out to have some chores.
Damn, you guys are fucking leaving me. What the
Sorry,
fuck?
but look, I'm no offense to anybody, but I kind of expect I pretty much know what most people are gonna say, and I don't think it's much different from what we.
Nah, we're joking. We're joking. We're totally fine. Yeah, man. All right.
Well, you take care.
All right. See you, dude.
Bye, Brest.
Yeah.
See you later.
All right. I talked to Man of Steel a lot, so here we go.
Mhm.
You are unmuted, Man of Steel. What's going on, my dude?
Okay.
Talk to us.
Hello, people.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so overall, I enjoyed the movie. Let me get that out of the way. The movie was actually pretty solid. I
Mhm.
gave it an 8. I thought the story with Liu Kang was actually pretty good. Everything up until like the one being thing was actually pretty good. Although I could agree the pacing was a little bit off
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
Yeah.
The negatives I could say is that the whole Shinnok thing could have been like saved for much later. Like I
Yeah.
understand, like from what you were saying that there was potentially no chance they might get a third movie, but I feel like they might get a third movie.
If we pay for this, if we give this thing a movie, yeah, I think we can get it.
Yeah, it's the one being storyline. That's something I feel like should be saved for like much later in the franchise, not like
In the
you put
second
this in the
movie,
second-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
the
doing the
second
death of
movie should-
Superman in the second movie. Oh wait, they did that.
Okay. Yeah, it's just what this should have just literally just stuck to the MK2 storyline. To be honest, like
Mhm.
I liked what they changed around here because like it was nice to see like how Liu Kang basically became who he is.
Mhm.
But like, what else could I say that I thought could have worked a little bit better? I think there should have been some interaction with Liu Kang and Kung Lao at least before like he died. Like we already know.
Yeah, I totally agree.
That we already know that they have a relationship, but like in this storyline, we want to see how that goes.
Yeah,
But,
it's like
I mean,
it's like, well, if you played the games, you would know. Like, well, yeah, but you have to show that in the movie. You can't just like assume.
yeah, because like
You can't
could be
assume
showing this to,
context.
like,
That's just not good.
you could literally be showing this to like first time audiences because there are most likely these people who's like getting into this for like the first time
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
Yeah.
What else could I say? I don't really care that Melina's not in here. Although I felt like her presence was felt.
Yeah, the thing with the Melina is that like I feel like it's okay. I think it's a good thing that she's not in the movie. I think that the reason why I say that is because there would have been the good shit that you would need to do with Melina in order for her to be like a really good highlight of the movie would not fit in this movie at all. I feel like there is way too many things going on. Or there are too many things going on to a point where like you wouldn't be able to get any like sort of Melina plot line in there. Like it just wouldn't fit. So her being cut out of the movie, I think it's totally fine. I think it's totally fine that they're saving her possibly for a third movie. And actually, I think it's a little better. Actually, you know what? This is why I like it. In the original timeline, in both timelines, the original and the new one, Melina was created as a contingency plan by Shao Khan and Shang Tsung, or by Shao Khan. It was Shao Kahn's idea. It was Shao Kahn's contingency plan in order for Katana when she turns, because Shao Kahn knew that would probably happen eventually. However, in both timelines, the creation of Melina's existence is the very reason why she turns. So if Melina is brought in because after the fact that Katana turns, and she's actually brought in as a replacement, as an actual replacement for Katana, that not only makes Shao Kahn look good, that's also that not only makes Shao Kahn look not dumb, that actually makes a lot more sense than the flaws of both timelines and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's totally okay. And honestly, if that's the route they're going for, which it seems like it is, it seems like they're saving her for a third movie, or of some kind.
That's what I assume, like, because like
I'm totally okay with it.
The way it ended also felt abrupt, which means like it felt like they could be going somewhere after that. Just like there was a lot of things that I kind of thought through. Funny enough, like almost like when Scorpion's Revenge came out, I actually had in my head, what if like part 2 just has like fucking Liu Kang turn into fucking fire guy Liu Kang? And I was like, I was really like, holy shit, I was right, but I felt like that wasn't needed. But what would I say? One thing, I really like how Shao Khan is. I really
Shao Khan is amazing, dude. Shao Khan is
we've had
the voice actor.
We've had conversations. You know, I've never played like all the original games, so I never exactly experienced what Shao Khan is. So, but like, I like how they just showed him that he's like not a force to be fucked with, like at all. Like, literally.
100%. And honestly, like I like how they they do a good job at establishing Shao Kahn as a threat. And it really feels like, oh fuck, like something bad's gonna happen. Like when anybody goes up to Shao Kahn, it really felt like something bad was gonna happen every time. And I really liked how civil he was in terms of like actually talking and having a conversation with the Elder Gods and Raiden and all that kind of stuff. He's not out here just like yelling like, "Oh, I will end you, Raiden!" Like how he is in the original, not in the original timeline.
Hate boner for Raiden, like how he was in MK11.
Yeah, like MK11 and like MK11, MK9 and all that kind of stuff. He's not like a fucking yelling idiot and all that kind of stuff. Shao Kahn was really, really good. I very, very pleased with Shao Kahn. I think this is the best Shao Kahn has been since like MK3, honestly. I don't think Shao Kahn has ever been good. Ever. Yeah. Like since then.
Okay, also back on the whole storyline with Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I thought that was pretty cool, but somewhat I felt like if they did do a script change, it would have just been perfectly fine if somehow they came back to the tournament. Although for this world, it would, probably have to figure out a way to work around that since like their people are dead. What would I say? I liked how Sub-Zero, was, but also I just felt a little bit weird because knowing if Noob ever shows up, how's that gonna work out for them? Since Sub-Zero at this point in the timeline from NRS, showed that he's kind of resentment of his brother now.
Yeah. I wonder how it is. I wonder like. I honestly wonder like how they'll establish like Bi-Han, like because what I can see in like a third movie or in a future movie or something like that, what I can see is that like they have flashbacks to how hard Bi-Han, because Bi-Han was like never really cared for his brother. And there's only one scene in the original timeline in the MK4 comic where Bi-Han is talking to Kuai Liang and it's just like a normal conversation about like
that's a storyline.
So what I was saying is that like if they establish that like Bi-Han was hard on Kuai Liang, but Kuai Liang still loves his brother and all that kind of stuff. And then he sees him as Noob's Saibot, and he's still hard on his brother, and he's trying to like turn him, but he sees that Noob isn't just taking it. Noob isn't for that. Then Kuai Liang gives up. I think that's totally fine. Like if they just establish like who Bi-Han was, I think it'd be totally fine. If they just explore that just a little bit, I think it'll be totally fine.
For what they showed, he was already, I can tell this is like Kuai Liang, and but like I just would have preferred to see like at least a flashback. Okay, maybe a few last few things before pass the mic down to the next person. For the ending, I felt like for some reason that ending was just like interrupted everything. Just all of a sudden, the one being comes for this.
Yeah. There wasn't
like,
any real time to establish. Holy shit, Shao Kahn is defeated.
Yeah,
there
like,
was no time to like reflect on that, and neither do the characters. The characters don't have time to reflect on that shit either.
That was literally an Avengers in-game level type of like ending. Like,
yeah, I know it was.
like,
Assemble.
it was. It basically was that. Like, I mean, it's cool. Like, because I never is that one being. I actually kind of thought, I'm like, it's kind of weird that they never brought the one being into like a game. I mean, like, imagine how that would work. But
yeah, and I mean, it was cool for what it was, but at the same time, like, dude, like, you blew your load like way too fucking early, man.
Yeah, because that was out of like the blue. Just like I thought what had happened is we were gonna see Shinnok combined it, and then that was where it was gonna end. I didn't think they were actually gonna go through with just showing.
I don't know. I thought the one being was going to be like a history lesson or something like that. I did not expect them to go full on one being and shit. So
that was insane. Like I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
But overall, the movie's pretty good. Would I prefer it over Scorpion's Revenge? I think Scorpion's Revenge is, in terms of its pacing, is a lot better than this.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I never got the complaint that Scorpion's Revenge was too fast. I thought it was perfectly paced. Like, after this movie, I don't want to hear anybody complaining about Scorpion's Revenge's pace. I honestly think Scorpion's Revenge, I think thematically, I don't know what the right word would be. I think Scorpion's Revenge is a little better. But in terms of like the things that I liked and I didn't like, they're almost equal. Yeah,
like just like, I say, it's actually a good time to be an MK fan to see something that's actually generally like respecting pretty much everything.
Yeah, it respects the lore. It just does things a little too quick. There's nothing in here that's disrespectful. I guess like Kung Lao dying, but I'm like, that's kind of like in the games as well. Like Kung Lao's also been eating shit since Deception. So
like Kung Lao is such a common thing. No, it's like funny enough, I actually thought Shao Khan was gonna snap his neck in that battle. But
dude, they did the fucking MK9. That was brutal. It was so brutal. It was so gross. Like see his eye twitch and shit when he was cut in half.
Jesus,
that was so rough. That was so rough.
Yeah, that was like a brutal thing. But I mean, overall, I did this like a 7 or 8. I think I'm gonna watch it a couple more times before I get like a full-on gist of how I overly feel. But right now, I'm feeling that it's pretty good. And if they make a sequel off of this, I'm wondering what the hell they're gonna do this time. Because
it's so. I want to talk about that later, but I don't want to keep you in. It's like because we got other people that we want to move on to.
Yeah.
But if there's anything more you have to say before we pass the mic down to somebody else.
All right, Harry, I'm probably gonna say the last few things. I like the Johnny and Sonya relationship, them going back and forth about whether they're a thing or not.
That was good.
This is like not even really that important, but I actually like how they finally show an X-ray for like fucking Jax's arms being, fucking metal.
Yeah. Like how instead of like the fucking games where it's still bone.
Yeah, like I was going like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
But like, I actually liked how that worked because like, I hope that shows NetherRealm to do that next time instead of like, but who knows?
Yeah.
But in terms of it, it's pretty good, solid. I think that's all I have to say for now. So thanks for having me, bros.
Yeah, dude. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right, let's get the mic on to give it to Austin. Let's go, Austin. Austin, you are on the mic. There you are. What's up, dude?
Not much. I'm just chilling here.
All right. Give it to me. Go ahead.
I was not the biggest fan of Scorpion's Revenge, but I also didn't hate it. My main gripes with Scorpion's Revenge were mainly it was not pacing. I was one of the few who actually thought the pacing of that was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Well, you'd be one of the few that think the pacing isn't good. I've seen it, but I think generally people don't have a problem with the pacing in Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah, I completely agree with you in the fact that like they did in fact go full balls to the wall when they decided to just go one being in this fucking sequel.
Yeah,
but they could have done it so much worse, in my honest opinion.
I think so. Honestly, there was a beginning, middle, and end. You got the gist of it, but I again, it was just too early for that to happen. It was just way too early for that to happen. I agree 100%.
And I will say one of the better parts of it was, like you said, like his dragon form was infinitely better than Annihilation was, but that's also a pretty low bar.
Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as Annihilation. No, 100%.
It gives me PTSD to this day.
Yeah. I laugh at it. I love watching Annihilation because of how stupid bad it is. But yeah.
Raiden flipping.
The fight scenes definitely did not disappoint. The fatalities
fights were great.
glorious.
Fights were really, really good. Yeah.
It's one of the first times that I actually like really almost shed a tear for Stryker.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of a fan of Stryker since MK9.
Well, Stryker's death was just incredibly brutal to watch. Like that was like, ooh, that was just messed up. That was pretty deep. That was dark. Like he went out like, oof, that was sad.
It's funnily enough, it's a mixture of a stage fatality and his straight up
and his MK9 fatality. Yeah.
Because I'm a big like fan of not fan. I don't want to sound like a fucking sadist, but if you can make me actually like really think about a death and think that would fucking suck to go through, you've automatically got my respect.
That's cool.
That was literally every death in this movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Kung Lao's death was obviously Shao Kahn's MK9 fatality. I gotta say, I kind of prefer it over the next snap. The next snap was kind of a bitch move, and it wasn't really fair.
Yeah, it was stupid because like, bro, like Raiden's side coming, but this was just like a straight up like this isn't one of those dumb. It wasn't a dumb death. Like, I mean, I really don't like Kung Lao eating shit all the time, but still, like, it wasn't a dumb death as MK9. You know, it was, yeah.
And I know some people are going to complain, oh, why didn't Raiden stop it this time? Because this was an actual
this was an actual tournament. Yeah, like,
no reason
yeah. 100. Yeah, this was a full-on fight. Mortal Kombat has been declared. He couldn't do anything. They actually established that, too.
They did.
Yeah.
I love that they included that line. Basically, like, before you complain, this is correct.
Yeah.
Raiden's death really got me.
Yeah, the Raiden part was Raiden's death. I didn't even get to talk about that when Sonic was here, but like, or in the beginning of the stream, but like Raiden's death was so emotional, and I really that got to me really. That was really good. Like, that hurt me. That hurt me. Like,
yeah.
Like Shao Khan, any last words? Raiden's like, your parents loved you, Liu Kang. And he was gonna say, and so did I. And I'm like, oh my god, that is so good. And before he said that, he gets fucking murked. That is so sad. That is so tragic. So well written, because established what his character was and how he cared about, like Liu Kang and all that kind of stuff. That was really good. And that's literally like, this is really like one of the best Raidens. Like, this is up there. Like, I thought Raiden was really good in Scorpion's Revenge, and now this Battle of the Realms, I think, did him wonders, and I honestly think he's up there with like Epcar, Jeffrey Meek. No, I'm sorry, Jeffrey Meek, Lambert, Jeffrey Meek and Lambert. Jeffrey Meek from Conquest is a really good Raiden, and Christopher Lambert, of course, is an amazing Raiden. I think Scorpion's Revenge Raiden, the Legends Raiden, Mortal Kombat Legends Raiden, is right up there with those guys. Like, so fucking good.
Oh, without question.
Yeah, I fucking loved it.
I see some people, I heard maybe once, and then I didn't look again because they gave me a fucking headache, but someone complained how they overused the X-rays.
Oh my god, come on.
Scorpion's Revenge?
Well, I know I've seen that complaint in Scorpion's Revenge. I'm just like, dude, it's just like, it's part of the art style. It's part of the animation.
Exactly.
Like, it's like,
it's a cool visual.
It's just a visual thing. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's really
not.
It really doesn't like hurt the movie or anything. It's just like, I don't know. I never got that. Like, wow, like they put in X-rays and all that kind of stuff just for like the visual cool appeal. That's really it. Like, it doesn't hurt the movie at all. It really
doesn't.
Yeah,
I love that addition.
Yeah.
It's one of the many things that I actually do like about Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really like the way they incorporated it in Scorpion's Revenge. I like the way they did it here too. So, anyways, I'll probably get to 2 more people. So if there's anything else you want to say, go ahead and say it.
Nothing. Just thanks for having me. Thanks for doing this as always.
All right, dude. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate it. You're a cool person to talk to.
No.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with. All right. Motherfuckers are saying one. All right. I'll go with the Czar. What's up, Czar?
All right. Hey, man.
What's up, my dude?
Not much. I'm just going to give my thoughts real quick here.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. Starting off with probably my favorite thing about the film. The Scorpion and Sub-Zero dynamic. I really liked that. That was probably my favorite part. The Liu Kang and Shao Khan fight was really cool, honestly. I thought that was my favorite part, actually.
Yeah, the fucking DBZ shit. I really like that.
Yeah. And I like Shao Kahn's dialogue with him.
Yeah.
Like, just come and die. That was awesome. I felt it could have been a bit more brutal, but that was still really cool to watch.
Well, him, to me, like, I was like, oof. Like, I squirmed a little bit when he threw him onto the pole or the pillar or the whatever the fuck. He threw him against the wall. And
then he crushed his arm.
And then he crushed his cursed arm, like, with his fucking giant-ass foot. Like, he put in so much power into that. That was really good.
Yeah. The fight scenes in general were really cool, honestly.
Yeah.
As you said, though, like, the first act of the second tournament could have been a little bit longer, like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but still, they were enjoyable while they were there.
Yeah.
The animation was good, as usual. What else did I like? Really quick. Shao Kahn in general, I thought was really cool in this film.
Yeah. Again, I've said this, and I will continue saying the best Shao Kahn has ever been.
Yeah.
Since
Fred
like
Tatasciore
3. Yeah.
Fred Tatasciore did a really good job, honestly.
Fred Tatasciore, great. This is the Shao Kahn that I want to see. Like, if Shao Kahn is gonna come back in games or anything like that, I want Fred Tatasciore to voice Shao Kahn. I want him to voice Shao Kahn. It was funny because like I was talking like before before Scorpion's Revenge came out. I was talking about like my ideal Shao Kahn voice actor, and I always like, dude, Fred Tatasciore 100% needs to be Shao Kahn. And then when Scorpion's Revenge came out and it was Fred Tatasciore Shao Kahn, I was like, oh my god, this fucking universe is perfect. I fucking love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Cyrax, Sector, and Smoke were also pretty cool while they were there. Their voices were awesome, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I love their voices so much. I really like those. I really like the robots. They were really good.
Plus, this movie actually managed to make me feel really bad for Smoke, like when he was being turned and stuff like that.
We finally get like the Smoke cyberization story that like has been absent since like the fucking original timeline. Like we haven't got that at all. Like MK9 didn't do it, MK11 didn't do it. Like we didn't get any of that shit, and we finally have it. I really, really like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Shinnok, like Shinnok's facial expressions just made me laugh whenever he did any like funny expressions.
Yeah.
Like that big smile he had when he got the Kamidokus.
Yeah.
That was on the same level as Quan Chi's smile in Scorpion's Revenge.
Well, everything that Quan Chi had, every face that Quan Chi made in Scorpion's Revenge was like a fucking meme face. So, yeah.
All right. Now onto something that I didn't really like. The Shinnok subplot itself, I feel, was kind of rushed. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah.
I think rush would be just perfect description. Plus, I feel like it shouldn't have been in this film in general.
Yeah.
And then, like, the final fight itself was a little bit over the top for me. Like, Dragon, Liu Kang fighting the one being Shinnok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just felt a bit way too much.
They blew their load way too early. I keep saying that. I've been saying that this entire stream. They blew their load way too fucking early.
Yeah. Like, just basically that.
Like, honestly, none of that, like, the kaiju fight wouldn't have been bad. Like, it honestly wouldn't have been bad if we were, like, 5 movies in or 4 movies in or maybe even 3 movies in. Like, and that happened in a 4th movie or something like that. So,
just much later, personally.
Yeah, it just should have been saved. Because, the problem it creates is, like, how do you top that climax in another movie? Like, That's fucking the one being breaking reality and kind of shit. And how the fuck do you go? How the fuck do you do that? You know, like how top that?
Yeah,
it's just so. It's a big problem. It's a big problem for sure.
Very much. I would have preferred if they like didn't do the one being like in general.
Oh yeah. He shouldn't have been in there.
It's been stated multiple times that if he is reformed, everything just stops.
Yeah.
Like no more elder gods, no more Shao Khan, no more anything.
The argument can be made is that like, all right, the one being comes and he kind of he literally just became Surtur from Thor Ragnarok. But like the argument can be made like, oh, okay, the one being comes back. What happens? What happens then? Like everything gets destroyed. Because we've seen visual references of like the one being destroying things, and we kind of still got that. In Shinnok's ending, Shinnok revived the one being, and then the one being is just kind of destroying everything. So honestly, if there was like a chance to come back, because like the one being was defeated before, there was a battle between the elder gods.
Yeah,
and
the elder gods killed him.
Yeah, so like if there's a chance for that to still happen, I feel like they'd be okay.
Yeah. I will say one other positive thing really quick. I did like the design, like the ultra powerful Shinnok thing.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was corrupted Shinnok.
It was basically corrupted Shinnok, but better.
Yeah, well, at least they got that. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of seeing big lava monster, rock monster guys, but hey, they got it done early, so I mean, like they got that shit out of the way first. So yeah.
All right, I think I'm gonna summarize my thoughts just really quick right now.
Sure.
The film was not great in my honest opinion, but still a 7. It's fine as it is, but I felt that it truly missed the mark on being the greatest Mortal Kombat film.
I never expected it to be the greatest Mortal Kombat film. I just feel like I'm glad that I got a movie that was better than Redacted this year. I'm okay with just that. I'm good to have a Mortal Kombat movie to rely on because the Redacted movie is. I'm not watching that movie again. So
right,
yeah.
Can I give a quick rating?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so in terms of like the films from my favorite to least favorite, 95, Scorpion's Revenge, then Battle of the Realms, Annihilation, and then Redacted, because fuck that movie.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I'd agree. I think I would agree. I think I'd put. Honestly, I think Scorpion's Revenge is a better movie, but it's weird because I feel like the amount of good things in that movie and the amount of bad things in the movie is kind of like is equal to the bad things in this movie and the good things in this movie. I guess. It's just weird, yeah. I have to think about it. I think I'll put my review out tomorrow, like my full-on like review and shit like that.
I can't see that.
I didn't hear what you said. What did you say?
I said, can't wait to see that. My microphone's fucking maybe.
Cutting off.
Yeah, you're cutting off a little bit.
Yeah, it has like 2 bars, 1 birth going on.
What the fuck?
Issues.
Bro, you're turning into robot. You're being cyberized. You're turning into cyber. You're being cyberlink way. You will comply. Oh, there you are. I think you're clear now.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, never mind.
It's going in and out too much, I think.
Okay, there you go. You're fine now.
It's going from 1 to 3.
Okay, you're fine. All right.
Jesus.
You might want to. All right. Do you want to just say your thoughts?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
So Scorpion and Sub-Zero were the best thing, and it had a lot of problems. I'd say 7 out of 10.
Okay.
That's about it.
Alrighty, dude. All right. No.
Thank you for letting me speak.
Hey, yeah. All right. Seems like you got a cyberization problem. So, like, you know what? I don't want to get cyberized either. I don't want to comply with the link way. So, yeah. All right. We'll do one more from my Discord. If anybody here wants to comply and say their thoughts, go ahead and remind me. Press 1 in the Discord chat and see. I'll see which one I want to. See which one I'll pick on. Oh, there's some
Michael voice reveal win.
All right. Well, actually, you know what? I didn't ask my YouTube chat this. YouTube chat, how do you rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10? YouTube chat. Let me know your number rating in the chat. You're complaining, my dude. The only reason you said you didn't like this movie.
He's not talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Other people are kind of like arguing.
There's people arguing in the chat. What's going on over there? Seeing some sevens, some eights, some nines, 6, 7, 8, 7. Yeah, I feel like 7 is a good 7 is a good rating. Honestly, I feel like anything below 5, I think you're being too hard on it. Honestly, I even think 5 is a little pushing it, but at the same time, 5 is like average. It's like it's half and half.
You didn't pass. You didn't.
It's a pass.
suck.
It's a passing grade. It's a passing grade.
6 would be like it's all right.
6 would be like, yeah, it's all right. 7 is like I liked it, and then 8 is like it's a good movie, and 9 is like I really liked it. 10 is perfect. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 to me. I think it's like 7 or 8.
Like 10, you're just shilling for it.
Yeah, 10, you're just shilling. Okay, that's just you're too much. Like even I wouldn't do that. Yeah, 5 is just okay, and honestly, that's fair. I honestly think that's fair. I think anything below is below a 5 is. I think anything below 5 is unfair. Okay, let me go on. All right. I will do Infinite. You are on the air.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead and hit me up with your thoughts, my guy.
I just want to say I'm not really sure how qualified I am to say this because I missed like 10 or 15 minutes of the movie.
Oh, okay. What part did you start on?
I think I came back around the part where Raiden died.
Oh fuck, dude! You came. Whoa, dude! You missed a bunch. What the fuck, my guy?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think I skipped the Stryker and Kung Lao deaths, and I think I got spoiled on Stryker from fucking YouTube thumbnails. I mean, to be fair, it's Stryker. He probably
I mean, like, yeah, it's just it's Stryker, man. Like, what did you expect?
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to see him, but
yeah. So, but like from what you did see, what are your thoughts? I guess is what you can say.
I'd say I enjoyed the movie. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's a little new for me because like I joined in when I first watched it. I joined in pretty late because I was in another Discord watching it, and it threw me off. Like I honestly had no thoughts when I first watched it. But yeah, you seem to come out of it pretty okay then. That's cool.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I'm still
according to your words. According to your words, man.
I don't know. I'm still collecting my thoughts, man. It was a lot to take in.
Oh yeah, it was. It was a lot to take in.
So yeah, the first thing I think we can all agree on this: the animation for the movie was really good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the fight scenes were really well choreographed.
Mm-hmm.
The characters looked pretty cool. It's just visually the movie was on point.
Mm-hmm.
The Cyberlin Quay stuff, it was really cool. I like how the robots actually felt like real threats. I don't remember the last time Sector got to wreck house like this.
Yeah, so, I know the cybers again. I've been saying this so many times, but like, yeah, I really like the way the cybers were in this game. I mean, in this movie.
Absolutely. What else? I gotta say, like, probably the two best scenes in the movie were like a little conversation that Liu Kang and Raiden had, while they were staring on the balcony, and the little heart-to-heart that Sub-Zero and Scorpion had. Those were just some nice character moments between the two. It's nice to see them, work things out. Sorry.
You're good.
I'm sorry. What else? Sorry if I'm stalling here. It's just
no, you're fine. No, you're fine. It's just that, like, it's just it's whatever you have to say. Just go ahead and say it. Like, you don't have to, you don't have to hold back on anything. It's just the way it is.
Sure.
I'm glad Reiko actually had dialogue in this movie.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
More than I can say for
redacted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I mean,
he didn't get to do much, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like that's okay because they didn't like ruin his character or anything like that.
I mean, he did get to just beat the crap out of Raiden that one time.
Yeah, I mean, he put up a good fight. That was really cool. Like, that was more than he ever got in like the Redacted movie. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that topic, Yeah, we can all agree that the first part of the tournament it went by really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we can all agree the fights. No, I don't want to say I think we can all agree. Like I wouldn't say everyone would agree with me.
On what?
I don't know. Fights, they went by really quickly, but I think for what we did get, it was pretty cool.
Well,
like the best part.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go.
No,
you
go.
The best part of that section was, Jax versus Kentaro, where Kentaro he's gonna rip off his arms like Goro did in the last movie, and then Jax is like, haha, no, I'm gonna do that to you instead.
Yeah, I like the callback. Yeah. To me, like the only fights that I felt were super like went by pretty quick or felt like rushed was just the beginning part. Was just like the first round. Everything else seemed pretty well paced. Like the second round, I think it was pretty good. Like the Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung one, I think it was totally fine. The Liu Kang, the Raiden versus Shao Khan. Oh yeah, the Raiden versus Shao Khan. I think that was pretty okay. Just the overall second round of the tournament, I feel like was totally fine in terms of pacing. It's just the beginning part I really wish we had more screen time on. So it was a little too much. The first part to me.
Oh, and about the beginning part, why is it that the Outworld guys actually got to invade? Was that ever explained?
What do you mean? Oh, they didn't. They weren't invading. They were just. Okay, hold on. Fuck. There's some motherfucker spamming the chat. In the beginning part.
Yeah, in the beginning where they had.
Well, that's just part of the MK2 story. Is just like to get their attention and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of like to kind of like incentivize them to.
Oh, you mean like how they kidnapped the monks?
Yeah. Because like in the MK2 story, they didn't invade. They just raided the Shaolin Temple in order for the Earthrealmers to and incentivize them to join the MK2 tournament and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's almost a little similar in this movie.
I get that, but I don't know. That was a pretty large army. I mean, how many people do you have to have before it draws the line to invasion? This is going to sound incredibly nitpicky.
Well, the invasion. Well, to me, okay. So the difference between raiding and the invasion is that invasion. When we mean invasion in the Mortal Kombat universe, invasion is when they're actually like merging the realms together. Merging and invading, yeah, it's basically they're intertwined in the Mortal Kombat language and all that kind of stuff. So the invasion is when they're merging and invading Earth and like they're merging Outworld with Earth and all that kind of stuff. The raid is a different thing. Yeah, I get the confusion, but it's if you've been following the story for a while, you would know the difference.
Okay, thank you for the clarification, man.
Yep. Yeah, but if there's anything else you need to say, go ahead and say it before we wrap things up here.
The one being part at the end, I really am not sure they should have thrown him in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the whole idea of the Shinnok subplot. Like, they wanted a reason to have Scorpion and Sub-Zero get together.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that. That sounds wrong.
No, you're fine. I get what you mean.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I do agree. They absolutely just... It was just probably way too early for them to include the one ping. Like, that's the biggest threat you have. Like, where would you even go from here?
Yeah, to me, I would say like the biggest thing they can do is Armageddon. That's the only big, huge climactic event that I can see them doing. And you really don't need to explain Armageddon any longer than how they explained the Kamidogu in this movie. Because in Armageddon, it was just a Denian god saw a vision of the end of all things with everybody fighting, and he sends his sons on an RPG quest. And that's it. Like, that's it. That's literally it. So That's the plot of Armageddon. So they really don't need to explain it any longer than what was shown for the Kamidogu here. So if they did Armageddon, it really wouldn't be that bad. It really wouldn't seem that like it really wouldn't seem too like it could be done. I'm trying to say is that it can be done.
I mean, with Armageddon, I'm not sure how much you'd need to elaborate. I mean, basically all you need to know is the world is going to end.
Yeah, it's basically too many fighters fighting in one place is going to break reality. That's what Delia saw, and then the Edenian god sends his sons to stop that. That's basically it. That's really all it is. So like if again, you don't need any more time than what was shown for the Kamidogu subplot for the Armageddon plot in a future movie and all that kind of stuff. See, the thing is that there are tools there for the writers to use to do like a third movie or something like that, because Sindel still exists, Nightwolf still exists. Those are two very important characters and very important plot points, and Shao Khan is still alive. So
yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put Nightwolf in this movie.
Yeah, well, because Nightwolf is a very MK3 character. This wasn't really MK3. The invasion or like the reality bending and all that kind of stuff is kind of like Deception-ish. So they can. It's not the MK3 invasion. There could be. It's MK3 elements will probably be in the third one. I just don't think it'll be like full on MK3. Yeah. But yeah, anything? Yeah, go ahead and finish your.
What I want to ask is like about the one being. How does everyone feel about like the design of the character? Because like personally, I just
basically
think it was
corrupted
cool.
Shinnok. Yeah, I think it's okay. I guess it's okay.
I mean, I think it's all right that it's not really the one being itself. It's just technically Shinnok being used as the one being's avatar. And if you look at it from that, I think the design is all right.
Yeah, it's okay. I guess it's like it's cool to see the one being in like in a form and all that kind of stuff. So
I mean, aside from MKX, where he was just evil space face.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, is there anything more? I keep asking you that question, but yeah.
All right. I guess if I had one last thing, Liu Kang, the dragon form looked kind of weird. I get him turning into the dragon, but I'm always just used to him turning into like the fire dragon, and having him turn into a regular ass dragon. It just feels kind of weird, honestly.
I don't know if I can agree with you there, because like that seeing a fire dragon is weird to me, because Liu Kang has always been a green dragon. Like that was his first fatality. So, I mean, that's his first. That was in his MK2. That was his first dragon form. That's what I'm trying to say there. Yeah.
Like I understand that. It's just after seeing him turn into a dragon in Annihilation, I just kind of feel weird seeing that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate your contribution, and thanks for joining the watch party and the stream. I appreciate it. Yeah. Alrighty, so I'll take a couple of things from the chat because I've been kind of ignoring the YouTube chat just for a little bit. But like, okay, so again, I've seen so many people saying shit like, "Oh, Jade barely got screen time, Reiko barely got screen time, Lee May didn't even get to say anything." I'm like, just like, yeah, I mean, like, it would have been nice to see them more, but like, if you're really being true to an MK2 story, they don't belong there, and them not doing anything aside from fights, I think it's totally okay, because they're not doing anything offensive to those characters, and if they're saving them for something else, I think it's totally fine. Like, Lee May doesn't need to be in an MK2 story, and they're not really treating these characters as something more important than they really need to be in this type of story that they're telling. So I feel like if they were to do anything, they would have like, if they were going to do anything, it would have just taken up way too much time, and I just don't think it would fit in the story at all. I honestly, it really doesn't bother me that these characters didn't get that much screen time, because they're not ruining these characters. And it's not like these characters didn't put up a good fight. Like, Lee May put up a good fight. Reiko put up a good fight. Jade was cool. You know, that fight was rushed. That was the only part that was like a little rushed, but that was in the beginning. That was in the first round of the tournament and all that kind of stuff. So it was. It's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal, guys. I think especially me, because I criticize these recent MK games and all that kind of stuff for not giving these. Not giving some of these characters enough screen time, like especially the 3D era character ones. But it's usually because the screen time that they do get is a little insulting to the characters and all that kind of stuff. And they're treated like almost like nothing. But these characters put up a good fight and they're not ruined. They're just eliminated from the tournament, but they're not eliminated from like in a humiliating or like joke-ish type of way. Like they don't go out easily or anything like that. So, and they don't die. And usually in these games, they would like fucking die and all that kind of stuff. So I really don't think that that's a big issue. And it to me, like, I don't know. I've seen people in the YouTube chat say it. I honestly really don't think it's a big issue. Well, Quan Chi took his transformation ability, so Shang Tsung took his green. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, the Shang Tsung threw out a green skull, and that's kind of like Quan Chi's thing. It's okay. It doesn't matter to me. So the Kamidogu destroyed? I assume so.
They're
Yeah.
just separated.
They're just. I think
just still separated.
they might be just separated. Yeah, they may have just split again. Okay. PU's right there. This fucking guy.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. He's called what the fuck? He's saying call 911 police. Like, what the fuck?
Because Raiden died.
Oh my god. Kung Lao hardly did anything and died. Yeah, that part I will agree with you guys, because like that part I will agree with you. I wish Kung Lao got more to do, and got more dialogue with Liu Kang. So
I think Matthew Yang King could have been a lot more cockier for Kung Lao.
Maybe, and like I wish he made his voice a little bit different than his Liu Kang voice. So
yeah, because he made it different from Fujin, and with Liu Kang, like
and for Adam and Injustice too, he didn't sound similar. I mean, they sounded similar, but they didn't sound the same.
Yeah, I think that was just more his Asian accent kind of voice.
Why did Liu Kang even let his arm get injured though? He like. Fucking Shang Tsung like fucked him up. Like Shang Tsung countered his move and hit him. It's like it's like asking like why did Liu Kang get hit? Like because he hit him. Like that was just it's just
Yes, Kung Lao is voiced by MK11 Liu Kang.
Yeah. Plot armor everywhere. Why didn't Liu Kang cure his arm? Is this a troll message?
Probably.
Is that a troll? That can't be serious. Plot armor everywhere. Why didn't Liu Kang cure his arm immediately?
He can't cure anyone from the dead.
Yeah, it's just like maybe because when you don't tap into your inner chi immediately, it's kind of like
energy healing.
It's kind of like why didn't Liu Kang turn into a dragon the entire time and defeat his opponents? Well, it's because like you gotta charge up, motherfucker. You gotta build up. You gotta rile yourself up. That's like basic.
Wait 3 more episodes.
That's like basic protagonist fighting 101 shit. Shao Khan was very good in my opinion. I wish you could have seen him with Sindel. That would have been too much MK3. I wouldn't have wanted that shit. Was there anything in the background that you noticed the other character? I don't know. I don't think there was anything there.
There's just regular people.
Yeah, there's regular people. I gotta agree with almost everyone is saying in the subreddit. MK should be a series, not a movie. I think some story elements need to be a series than a movie. I feel like you can perfectly adapt 1 into a movie, and I think you can adapt 2 into a movie too. You just got to give it a little bit more time, and I honestly think 3 could be a movie as well. I think everything else maybe not a series, but honestly, would I say no to a series? No, I'm not gonna say no to a series. I would totally take a series over over a movie, but at the same time, like you can do MK in movies, like 100%.
Raiden die, and
Why were the fights so damn fast? I honest to God, I really feel like the only parts that were fast was the first round. The second round, I think, was totally fine in terms of pacing.
power scaling, man?
Apparently, they were only contracted to make 2 films by Warner Brothers. I'm not sure if that's true. Although
the mashup, isn't the mashup could be something that why they probably.
Oh fuck! I didn't mean to hide his fucking message. Oops.
Because like the whole cramming thing could be because they were afraid that they might not be able to make a sequel, right?
Yeah,
so that's why they crammed everything. Is it
but
becomes the WB merging thing too?
Well, the thing is that I don't know. It is true that like the reason why they did the One Ring subplot of the movie was because they didn't know if they were going to be able to do a third movie, so they wanted to do as much as they can in this movie and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. I feel like Smoke didn't need to become a cyber dude. That's part of like Smoke's story. Like that is Smoke's story. Like Smoke's story is exactly turning into a cyborg once he gets captured from the Lin Kuei. Like when Smoke is introduced, like when Smoke is like actually on the roster introduced, he's a cyborg. He's only a human in MK2, just one as an Easter egg, and two kind of like as a visual, as like a visual indicator of him being a human before he was cyberized and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. If you died in the tournament, how would you come back? Go to the Nether Realm, I guess.
Depends how. Are you dead in pieces or?
I asked about Liu Kang because he got dominated by Shang and then proceeded to turn the tables with him and with one arm. Yeah, because he's Liu Kang, dude. Because like he's power. What? Do people not know that? Do people not know that Liu Kang is a powerful ass fucking fighter? Do people just not know this?
He was chosen too.
Are you guys seriously like? Are you? Come on, you guys. Come on, really? Can we stop with these? Come on, you guys. Don't do this. Don't be saying this shit. It's Luke. Dude, Liu Kang is such a power. Like she's been training with the fucking. Oh my god. Do I really have to explain this? Like.
No need. They let them figure it out.
Oh my god. Like, my god. Do you not get the like? It's Jesus Christ. My god.
It's all right.
And I'm like, dude, what are you like? I don't know. I'm not gonna answer these questions honestly. Bruss, do we know that Liu Kang is very powerful, but the way they treated him is a little weird? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Treated was weird.
What do you mean? Like, how is he treated weird? I don't understand. Liu Kang in MK4 was powerful enough to beat the hell out of Shinnok single-handedly. Yeah. He trained for years with the Light Lotus, and he has inner chi power that's so fucking powerful. We saw it. How was Sonya in the movie? And she was. How was Sonya in the movie? She was. Yeah, Sonya was good. I love Jennifer Carpenter as well. Sonya was good in the movie. Yeah. Cultivates his inner chi. That's simple. Yeah, cultivates his inner chi. That's literally it. That's literally been in Liu Kang's lore since the fucking beginning. Since MK1.
MK11 too.
Yeah, it's literally been there since MK1. Come on, you guys. What the fuck? I think they mean that because he lost to Goro, but all of a sudden he was able to beat Shao Khan and Shao. Dude, you gotta have time to prepare. Like, he had time to like reflect on the loss. He had time to reflect on the loss and like know what to do next. You don't think that like when you lose to somebody, you learn from that experience and you know what to tap into next?
Failure's the best lesson.
Like a part of a good hero's journey, and a way to write a good hero is that they have to lose at a certain point. Liu Kang already experienced the loss, and looking at that loss, he knows what to do next. Like almost every single good superhero movie where the hero loses at a certain point, loses something, someone, or to somebody. So like
push those characters.
Like it's just it pushes them to be better, so they learn how to fucking. It's so like how do you guys not understand this? It's just I don't know. Like I don't know. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what more to say than that. These dumbass questions are gonna give Brusque a stroke. I'm already having a stroke right now, my guy.
He's got ligma.
Yeah, I'm getting ligma from these fucking questions, man. Nightwolf, it makes more sense in this movie than Stryker. Wrong. Stryker is a very MK3 integral character than Stryker is. Stryker is literally an MK3 only because they were invading New York, or the invasion was mainly happening in New York, and Stryker was a cop in New York. And honestly, like, Stryker being in this movie, the special forces picked him up. It's basically almost the same story. Nightwolf is a very specific case. Nightwolf does not make more sense in this movie. No. Nightwolf is a very MK3 character.
If there is even going to be a sequel.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so, yeah. I want to know why they brought in Devora before other characters like Ermac and Nightwolf. Because those are MK3 characters. Those are MK3 characters. Yeah, well, yeah, like Devora. They're starting to write Devora in like 2 and all that kind of stuff because in MKX they wrote her in 2, and I think that's totally fine. You know, like I feel like if you want to save these bigger characters, if you want to save these bigger characters for like a 3rd movie or something like that, I think that's fine. I think that's totally fine. Did Scorpion did Sub-Zero not know Scorpion was a Shiro Ryu when the Grandmaster said that? No. Sub-Zero was just he just heard his name. He just heard his name and he was surprised that he just heard his name and like said like, "Oh fuck, this is the motherfucker." Like the motherfucker who's alive is the motherfucker who killed my brother. You know, like that's what it was. The credits were all typed the fucked up. Yeah, the credits were like really fucked up, man. It was so fucked up. Yeah, like dude, like they fucking spelled Liu Kang. They spelled Shao Khan guard as like with the actual like Genghis Khan. They spelled the Khan wrong there. They listed Melina in there, but even though Melina's not in the movie. And so yeah. When Sector and Cyrax got killed, did Smoke die? No, I think it was very explicit. Smoke escaped because he wasn't there. Yeah, the Superman flight.
So
yeah,
fast. That was so fucking fast.
Even Superman and Batman lost so many times and came back stronger. Similar to what happened to Liu Kang, learned from the mistake and lost to make him stronger. It's simple 101 writing. Like, how do you not know?
I mean, if a character hasn't experienced loss at all, how can they?
Yeah, because then you get a Captain Marvel. You get a Captain Marvel where she's just OP throughout the entire movie. She doesn't really have like a challenge to overcome.
Or Rey from Star Wars.
Yeah. So like, it's like do you guys want Liu Kang to be like a fucking Captain Marvel? Like if that happened, if Gary Stu, yeah, if that happened, you guys would probably be not everybody in this chat. Like I want to be clear because there's gonna be people like, well, not me, bro. I know. I'm just talking about to those who think that way. I'm just saying if Liu Kang was literally just beating everybody, you guys would be like, oh my god, Liu Kang is so OP. Why the fuck is he so OP? Like all that kind of shit. You guys would totally be saying, well, why is you guys would be saying that? Come on. I thought Stryker was in Chicago. That is MK9. In the original timeline, it was New York. Do you think that they will do an Outworld Adenia and War next movie? Well, Adenia is free, so Adenia could play a part in another movie. Yeah. Yeah, I heard Scarlet was in the credits. Yeah, oh yeah, Scarlet was in the credits as well, but she's not in the movie. What do they always kill Kung Lao? Can't just go like, yeah, I mean, again, I don't really like Kung Lao eating shit all the time, but I'm a little used to it. I'm a little used to it because he's been eating shit since Deception. So, did I like the movie? Yes, I did like the movie. I thought it was enjoyable. There are flaws in the movie that are hard to ignore, and but I did like the movie. Yeah, I did like it. Yes, introduce Li Mei as a good guy at the first, and then have her side with Onaga at the end. It's in the next movie. I liked how the Cyberlink K is treated an actual threat, unlike how some cyborgs lost every match in MK9 story mode. Makes you wonder what was the point. Yeah, I know. In MK9, dude, like in MK9, the Cyberlink Quay is like, all right, we're gonna be cyberized because we're going to be better cyberized and they lose in their human form and they come in as cyborgs and they still lose in their cyber form. So like they suck in both ways. It makes the cyborgs look really weak. And guess what? That is MK9. MK9 does that. This movie does not. This movie does the cyborgs better, and I really like the way the cyborgs were done.
Yep, they were still a threat.
Yeah, they were a threat. They were a threat. Movie felt too short. Yeah, it should have been longer, but at the same time, like it should have been longer. But for what they were doing, I feel like the movie could have used another hour. But I really feel like if they took out the one being plot, they really could have just added like 15 more minutes to the movie, and I think it would have been totally fine. Do you think it's better than the first one? No, I think Scorpion's Revenge is a little better, but I feel like they're kind of like the same. They're almost intertwined in terms of like quality. I mean, you guys be honest. You knew Kung Lao was gonna die. Yeah, I knew Kung Lao was gonna die. Like, I think it was pretty. Like, if anyone's gonna die, it's probably the Kung Lao and Stryker. I knew Stryker was gonna die. I feel like as the Scarlet and Melina will be in the next movie because Katana defected in Shao Kahn's world. Yeah, that's totally that. I totally get why they would probably save him for a third movie, 100%. So what now for a sequel? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, because like they're doing the one because they already did the one being shit. I honestly don't know what they would do for a fucking sequel. I really don't fucking know.
They kind of like just shoot too much load. Now they don't know. Like they ran out of bullets.
Yeah, but again, I think the next logical huge threat thing they can do is
Armageddon.
Armageddon. I feel like the next big thing that they can do is just Armageddon. That's literally all they really have. Everything else would probably have to be Combat Kids and all that kind of stuff, and MK3 elements. So Li Mei is still alive. Yeah, Li Mei is still alive. Jade's still alive. Reiko's still alive. So yeah.
I don't know if Onaga would be.
Yeah, well, like, threat. Yeah, but Onaga, like, with Onaga's whole thing was with the Kamidogu, so like, it's not like you're gonna do like, oh, here's the Kamidogu hunt again. So you know, I just don't know how you would bring in Onaga, and how big of a threat he would be without the Kamidogu subplot, because they're not gonna do that anymore. You knew Kung Lao was gonna die, but at least give him. No. I mean, again, I don't disagree. I don't like that Kung Lao didn't get that much to do in this movie. I don't like that. I'm just saying that I knew he was gonna die, and I'm used to it, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I'm not gonna say it's not a thing that I don't like. It's not a thing that I like. Taven and Dagon in the sequel. Yeah, you can do it. They meshed everything together as if it was MK Deception. So much happening. It was like MK9 plus MKX plus MK2. No, I wouldn't say MK9. There's nothing in MK9 that's here. It's just MK2 and like maybe MKX a little bit. I don't know. MK2, a little bit of 4, and Deception. That's what it is. Alrighty, guys. I think it's at 2:00. I think this is a good point to end the stream. I might upload different segments of this stream onto YouTube, but I will come out with a review maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 days. My full review of the movie, my full fleshed out thoughts, because I don't think I got to everything. I don't really think I talked about Liu Kang too much, other than the dumbass fucking things the motherfuckers are saying in the goddamn chat. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. This was great. I did enjoy the movie. I really did like it. I really did like it. There are problems that are hard to deny, but I still liked it. I don't think this is anywhere near as bad as a lot of. Well, it's really just Twitter saying this shit. And honestly, Twitter should just never be a part of the fucking. Twitter is just not fucking. Oh my god, dude! Fucking Robert and this fucking Colton guy.
They're the same person.
They're this, yeah. All right, yeah. This is fucking stupid. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll upload certain segments of the stream onto YouTube in the next couple of days. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody's time, and yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys soon, very soon. I'll see you guys in the Discord. Peace out.
Sheesh.
All right, there we go.